So this is a video inspection at the AmesburyHealth Center. Right there we're looking at dye in the roof drain pipe. We poured some dye down the roof drain above the boiler room. We opened up a cleaner. Well, first we inspected the sanitary line from the boiler room, and the roof drain did not tie in anywhere inside that boiler room. Here we're in a clean out down the end of the hallway outside the boiler room, and we can see the green dye. So we know that this is the roof drain. So what we're going to do next is we're going to run some water through the floor drain and see if that happens to tie in out here. We don't believe it will, but we're just going to double check. Is I muted or not? Okay, so we've had water running through that floor drain now for quite a bit. I just took the camera off pause. That is not directly tied in inside the building. What we're going to do now is put some water into the check valve line, which picks up the drain outside, and just confirm that that's all tied in together. So move that hose into that if you would, Ryan. Okay, so now we see we have water running through the well, this would basically be the area drain in the stairwell right off of the boiler room. Comes to a check valve, comes into this line, picks up the roof drain from the roof over the boiler room, comes out into the hallway, and runs parallel with the sewer line. So we're going to, we'll leave this, actually no, we'll shut this off. Let me pause this. Okay, so continuing with this recording, as an overview, what we determined by use of running water in both the storm line and in the sanitary lines, that they do not tie in together inside the building. We do know that there is a roof drain above the psych ward, psych section on the third floor that's tied into the same line as the toilets. We've determined that several years ago. So there is some rainwater going into the sanitary line, and the backup in the boiler room is coming up through the floor drain, which is tied into the sanitary line. We have determined that nothing in the vicinity of the boiler room is tied in, or is a combination of roof drain and sanitary tied in together. So we found the sanitary going out through a manhole in the street, in the driveway. The storm line ties in over near where the catch basins are, and they leave the property separately. So one thing right here we do have a little bit of a belly in the pipe. One thing we discussed was possibly putting a check valve in after the floor drain in the boiler room to prevent water from backing up through the floor drain when the line becomes overcharged. Not sure if that water will show up somewhere else, because that is the sanitary line. There are toilets on this first floor or basement level, but that concludes the inspection.